Hey, Gremlin here with Hunter, and welcome to a very special SkyBlock because we're done. We're done. Seriously. This is all done. That if we wanted to do it, which we never do, I think we need an Elder Guardian to hit us and they're dead, so we can't do it. That we made every effort, everything we could think of that could possibly mean what that says, nothing worked. Giving gold ingots like it, looks like to a piglin didn't help. Wearing gold armor, giving it gold stuff, tools, weapons, whatever. Nothing ever worked.
I mean, you should have gotten it
Yeah,
when you lured the pig over to
yeah.
where you decided to keep it.
I don't know what happened there, but it's what happened. Nothing happened. These are all done, I think. And, oh, incidentally, of course, we did that last time one way or another. It was good. We'd still be doing this through the end of the year if we hadn't, made it work out a little better for us. Yeah, these are done. That's data packs. Doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. It's not sheaves. It's just stuff. These are all done. This is one page of done, and this is done apart from that, which um didn't work. Like we had to go creative mode to cram stuff onto a sword, and it still didn't count. So something about it is. It might be that's already achieve in the main game because like we got achieved for doing a netherite hoe, which isn't in this list. So I kind of wonder if it's conflicting with something. It might be the case with the gold thing too. I don't know. Anyway, so as far as chiefs go, there's nothing left to talk about. Really. Uh, Certainly nothing. There might be some chiefs that relate to the game without the data pack, but I don't know. Um,
God, I hate that word.
hmm.
Achieve.
Advancements then, whatever. Uh, so really, well, apart from playing with this as a software toy, which is kind of fundamentally what Minecraft always is, we could build out kilometers. Well, a kilometer. I mean, there is a border to the world. We'd stop at some point and build everything from more stuff to more houses to Nintendo sprites. Whatever we want to do, pixel art. But that would just be kind of stretching the premise. We're done. We did the thing. It's over. We did what we had to do. So to that end, I've got a book. Let me get somewhere that I can just stand for a sec. Book, and I made a list of stuff we can go through. Real quick to give you the chapter contents. Not much there actually. Um, so yeah, and I kind of can remember this. I think. Let's start, I guess here. Actually, up there. You know what? One sec. We started. Let me think about this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. About like that. We started ish up here. I think it was. If that's 4 and that's 3. I think it was off to the side a bit actually. Doesn't really matter. The point is we had something looking a bit like this. That we begin. Let me get my these guys. Um. Oh nuts! I can't. Um. We had something like this when we came in here, because you always do. With like a tree on it. So just put that back where we found it. Um, that we started on with a tree that we had to chop down and deal with. Uh, and we did that, and we came down here and we started building slabs and got something of a world built out to live on, just exist. That's all of the lower slab stuff, and then we, switched over to other things when we could. Built a spider factory here, which I think I can walk to. Which, and there is, spiders. I could probably do this. Hang on. Game mode. spectator might make things faster to move around and also show stuff off that I don't want to break to go. So spiders spawn up. They do. They spawn up here. That one's stuck to a wall, but whatever. They wander, however, aimlessly. Sometimes toward you if you're close enough, but the point is they fall down. The water pushes them here into a cactus, which kills them, and their stuff goes out. They used to fall all the way down there, but we made it better later. So for now, their string and whatever, mostly string really, goes in this line of hoppers, which goes this way to a sorting system, which I might be able to open while flying like this. I think their stuff ends up maybe there. Yeah, string is there. So we have spiders and we have string, and we make beds and sleep at night, which is nice. While we're here, we made our way over here on something that might not exist anymore. No, it was this. This allows monsters to happen. Zombies and creepers and skeletons. No Endermen, the ceiling's too low and they wouldn't like the water much anyway. You get witches occasionally too. They fall down here and don't actually die. They do actually die, but if I put in an extra hopper or something, I can swat them instead. As it is now, hoppers come out the bottom of this thing. That's just a way to throw stuff in if we want to. Go over here, get thrown out through a dropper or dispenser. I think it's a dropper, it doesn't really matter. Into a water lift that throws all this stuff up here, where it gets pushed out this way by the current, and into hoppers, which go over here, connect with where the spider string is coming from, and back to our sorting system, getting us the other stuff, which is meat, I think, gunpowder, bones, and arrows. Alright, now that we have that in place, we did a bad village. And it really is. I don't like this village at all. We didn't have the materials yet to do anything better, so we made it out of lower slabs, so nothing would spawn, things spawn in there, meaning iron guys. So we have all of these villagers. We can make beds out of spider string. I think that's how we got most of these. Once they exist here, they produce iron guys, and the iron guy meets a cactus and doesn't win. His stuff goes down into the hoppers, into the water lift, back to the sorting system, which is becoming a theme, but it's how it is. So, hi. So, now we're also getting iron in the first one here. A lot, really. And roses, which, because we were getting so many roses, at some point, I think it's here. No, it isn't. Somewhere there. Somewhere back here, there's a kind of a valve that, well, it's not. It could be, but it's not actually a valve. Once we had those full, this hopper has a hopper beneath it, and then beneath, and then that, so that roses end up down here and get turned into bone meal, which we don't much need, but we have it. Then because we had the village down there with librarians, we were able to buy glass, because you can technically make glass in SkyBlock, especially this map, but it's not worth the wait. Just go buy it 48 glasses at a time from these guys. Can I talk to them while I'm in this mode? I don't know. Not really, no. But if I found the right kind of guy, he has to be opened up. I'll let him. He has glass. We can just, so we're getting all this money because we have iron to turn in, and that gets us that. So that works for us, and we can buy all the glass in the world, which incidentally we kind of have. I think this is full of glass, last I knew, unless you took some out.
I did not.
It's full. And then well, we'll get to the house, I guess. Next, oh no, I can't get to my book. Next, oh, that was weird. I survived that? I got the cool shoes. Alright, well, I survived that. How about that? Let's go over the water this time. Might be smarter. According to the book. Let's see, yeah, so we spawned, we have spiders, monsters, villagers. Pasture is this, which is I think it was before we had Silk Touch, so we actually had to like get grass from that thing, replicated down through kind of a staircase of dirt. We eventually turned some of it into farmland, so we have that. We may have had Silk Touch by the time we did this, so we have pasture for initially for animals to spawn on. Now it's just kind of where they are and preventing other things from spawning.
Yeah, initially that was just, uh, a, a big, flat, like, cobblestone-y area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we, built out a pasture on it.
Yeah.
Because we needed an area to do the dirt doubling, and
Right.
we had a couple of raids, and...
Yeah, yeah. And incidentally, as far as food, obviously we get these from just bone mealing grass. That's how it happens. These, I think we found in the end at some point. Seems like where we got them. Carrots and potatoes are a matter of swatting zombies until you randomly get one, and once you have one, you have all of them. Where did we get pumpkins? Did we start with that? No. Somehow we got pumpkins and melons. Maybe it was from a trader. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. I've been at this for like 5 months now. We started in January. Call it 4 months total time. Then the book says that what happened next, maybe... Oh, sand. So, we built our way over here to... There was a desert that we could see from where we were, because it was just, like 27 blocks of sand hanging out in the air with a cactus. It was pretty... That's where we got a cactus, by the way. Pretty obvious what that was going to be about, and it turned out we were right. It's a desert. Because it's a desert, we have another monster dropper. Just really exactly like that one, except this one's open on top because if you want a husk, it has to be open on top. So at night, if I waited for it, if I backed off a bit so you could see it happen, you have to be 24 blocks away. This produces all the monsters, probably including Enderman. We had that. They were teleporting down to avoid the water. Most of the monsters we don't want, so we get all of these monsters crashing and dying on impact. But then I've got a simple little system here to, well, this is an observer timer. It's not even a timer, it's just a clicky thing that makes it go up the thing. The simplest sorting system in the world is or is not sand. If it's not, it goes to the side, and then another observer clock it jettisons. It's gone. It's leaving the world. If it is sand, of course, it goes down, and we have currently no sand because we haven't really been here to make it happen. Might be guys in there by now with the monstery nighttime thing going on. Actually, no. It might just be too much stuff on the map to even let them spawn right now. I don't know. It does work, though. Somewhere in all of this, it might have been before or after, but I think it was after, came back, and this had been where we almost got a sapling for a spruce tree. That was the first day, day 0, day 1, whenever we got here. We didn't get a sapling, so we actually had to cheat one in. We probably could have waited and bought one from a trader, but I don't want to. It's a taiga, so if you go up high enough, and this is the first place I died, by the way, when you get to the right altitude, water freezes. And therefore we are still climbing. We're not climbing a ladder. I'm flying up next to it. Oh, I can't see myself. I got rid of that. Ice forms up here, and you smack it with with Silk Touch, which I typically have on me. And take the ice with you and go home. So, that is a thing we did. Nuts. The geode is over here. We didn't do as much with the geode as we probably... I keep thinking, because I noticed that I don't need this. A full crystal... let me get over there and I'll explain what that means if it's somehow a secret. Am I descending? It seems like I ought to be. That's really far down. A full geode produces its own light. And I've never seen anyone bring this up. It just occurred to me while I was playing with this. I haven't tried it yet. I should. Go into a creative flat world sometime and just see what I can do. I've noticed that the full crystals produce light, which means if you had just one of these, if you got rid of all of them but one, especially, and blocked off 5 sides of one, and had one left with a piston next to it, and a light sensor, a daylight sensor, deciding when it was full, I think you could just... I know you can hit these with pistons and get their stuff. It just never occurred to me until I was sitting here playing this, and I haven't tested it. There should be a way to do a photovoltaic piston thing. I might try that. So I'm not here, apparently, because we're done. But I'll try it out sometime in a map somewhere. That was... What was next? I think Drowned was next on the list. Can I go faster than that? Damn. Drowned are here. This is a river biome, which allows us to produce water zombies. And, well, first there's... What was it? This was... Oh, this was a mushroom island. We never got a... How are we miss... Oh, there's a ladder there. We never got a mushroom cow to happen. I don't know how or why that's the case, but it is. It just didn't ever happen. Next to it is... this is another Taiga or something. Yeah, so... Water could freeze all the way up there, but we got that built before we got this far out. This is where occasionally we have a snowman. Apparently it died.
It keeps doing that.
But we have the means to make more. You just put a carved pumpkin on it. Over here we have probably right at the moment, in fact, I don't need this. This is, well, it's a river. Where am I? Taiga. River biome. Which means water zombies can spawn. We've made changes to this a couple of times. At the moment, they spawn anywhere in here, just not right now, apparently. I'm in Spectator, nothing's gonna... I forgot about that. I have to be creative to let them spawn. They ultimately get pushed down here. Give us, like, clay, because we're... Or no, they give you that... Do they give... No, they give you copper if you kill them, but we get clay on this map. The occasional fishing rod, of course. And eventually a trident. Like, just recently, a couple days ago. That's how that all works, I guess. Let me go somewhere that I can stand safely enough to... I could just go into creative mode, I guess. That wouldn't hurt me that much. Let's try that. Because then I can get to the book, which seems important to this. Past the... Okay, turtles, that's an obvious one, are right here. We should, on a long enough timeline, have spawned a couple of turtles. What actually happened was we had to get them anyway, because we had the pasture already. I think it was preventing new stuff from spawning, and these aren't that... But if we'd waited long enough, it would have happened. I just wanted to get the... I don't want to have 3 weeks of downtime between episodes, because we couldn't make something occur. Monument, Mansion Witches. Is that the end of the overworld? Is there anything else I'm forgetting?
I don't know. I mean, you've got the... Yeah, the
Various.
And the...
Oh. This is where, once we had string, I forgot to write it down. There's a jungle here. Jungle biome here. Which allowed us to build this, which incidentally is full of kelp or something right now. And we had fishing rods, so we just stood here and went fishing for a while. Eventually got bamboo, which helps a lot with things, which I can talk about in a sec. We've got an outpost here we haven't really done much about. I think at best we could turn it into a factory for like half-burned hatchets, iron hatchets, and crossbows and stuff we don't want. We never chopped this down. We got the saplings for one of these from a trader, so it was needless. We just didn't bother. Incidentally, about the bamboo and stuff, once we got bamboo, we were able to do an ovenator, which it just grows bamboo, and when at this point, when the observer sees it, it's high enough, it tells the pistons beneath it to chop it down. It's really full right now. Over here we have we got these from the trader, I think, the sugar cane. Same principle. Grows up high enough, and it tells the observer to tell the pistons to fire, and then there's carts down here. For a while we were using a detector rail instead of observers because we didn't have quartz yet. Over here, just because otherwise I'll forget to mention, well, a couple of things. We did a creeper factory so that we could try to get charged creepers once we had a trident, and then blow them up and get heads. There might be creepers in here. The design on it, there aren't. That's the new glass that light doesn't get through, and then trapdoors. So the only thing short enough that isn't a spider, which can't happen with the spider busters in here. The only thing that spawns is creepers, and they wander around, fall down here to here to over here to then we hit them with lightning and stuff, and that's great. Didn't work as well as I hoped, but in the end we got it, I guess. Way the hell over here, and it's kind of awkward to... It's so remote, there's nothing else over here. But there's eventually... There really is. Come on, get more loaded. It happened. Yeah, I have to go there anyway. Somewhere right in front of me that you can't see yet because it hasn't loaded. I'm like 32 distance and it's still... There it is. Witch hut. Had a witch in it. Had a cat in it. We got the cat. We killed the witch. We thought about doing kind of a thing to produce witch stuff, which is all like redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, all stuff we either get automatically already or can buy. And either way, the witch thing isn't really important. This, by the way, is a curious factor. If you go to the edge to go to the world, you teleport to here. So that's, you're not leaving. If we ever built it all the way out, that's how far we could go. Just in point of fact. Next in the book. Okay, yeah. We... I could go Nether next, and then we'll talk about the other stuff at the edge of the map. Let me go creative so I can do things. Drop down. We soon enough built this. Trying to think where we got the obsidian. Did the map come with it? It seems like maybe. And then we had to use lava to light it, which is easy enough. Oh yeah, that is so obvious I forgot to mention, is our first Cobblestone Factory. We later made this, which is actually a stone factory, but if you hit it with a not silk touch pickaxe, you can get cobblestone from it, so it kind of does both. We go into the Nether, because we did that. A few things happen, and then they're in the book too, actually. I'll just do this in the order that makes sense to me. We built a village. We got a couple of villagers in here. We were able to buy glass by then. And built this, which is similar to the overworld ones. Did I mention the new, better village? Yeah, I must have. We had glass by then. I mentioned that. This actually apparently is part of the fortress that's over there, by the way. Because it does create spookies, the wither skeletons. The way it works is they live here, sleep at night, do not sleep next to them. You will explode. They produce iron guys when they do. I don't see one right now, but they produce them in there, same as any village I build. And instead of getting squished into a cactus, they fight whatever's in there. Eventually everyone loses, and as they die, all of their stuff ends up getting slurped up down under the floor by this thing, which drops it off in the hoppers here. Might be doing it. Can I not look at that? Am I not down there enough? Okay. Hoppers convey it over here to a redstone tower controlled by a clocky thing. That goes up here, dumps it into a sorting system, like in the overworld, but in here. Sorting system decides whether it's meat, iron, roses, gold nuggets, which are really beneficial. This was actually meant to be a gold factory, and it is. It is one. We get Enderman in there, so we have those. We get spicy slimes, whatever they're, magma things. We get the occasional chicken rider that gets us that. Same with feathers. I've expanded on this, and skeletons have arrows and bones, and that's yeah, we get the spooky, so we have coal. The last ones don't have their own column of stuff. I just sort of rerouted all of the extra stuff ultimately into here, so we don't really have that much. It's newer and it's uncommon, but there's what comes of that. That's, magma and those things, a whole bunch of gold that we haven't really got to yet, apparently, so cool. The gold, if you take it out, and I just will, hang on. I might even, in fact, go survival for a sec. If you take out the gold and talk to this thing for a sec, you can make ingots, because that's how gold works. And put that back, because I don't really need it. Throw these just in here because it's handy. They make their way, however, slowly against the lag over here. And this is a little complicated, I guess, all things considered. The gold makes it to here, over this way, into a redstone tower. I don't know if anything's in there now. Which is on a, timer thing. In the case of gold, it goes up here over this far, where it goes into a sorting system that decides it is gold. If so, it goes down and over, and into this dispenser. Yeah. And the dispenser's on a timer that we got just exactly right. So that, by the way, it's all lit up, and I don't know why. That's really weird. I cannot imagine why it's all lit up right now. It's broken, that's for sure. Did something change? That's bizarre. What if I break it and put it back? I don't know what it's doing. It might be going backward. It's working again. Okay, so that's good news. Weird. Might have gold here by now to get thrown in once the thing cycles through. I got that. Oh, that's funny. I threw that in. Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters, I guess, is the gold gets here. It really does one day. There's some of it. That ends up in the dispenser. And on this timer that should be working again. I wonder why I locked up and I can't guess how. Just did. Throws gold at him, which, by the way, should be getting us, like, as an example, this achieve, and it just doesn't have this advancement's not happening. I don't know why. He gets gold, holds on to it exactly as long as it takes for the next one to fire, which, since there's some soul sand in there, it might be weird. He'll throw it, he'll drop it, or he'll absorb it and drop something he gives us for it just soon, right as there. Something is still off. I don't know what's wrong with it. It did work, though. And the stuff he gives us is stuff like, because that one's gold. No, that one's crystals, or quartz. So we get quartz out of him, and then we can build observers. Gravel, soul sand, obsidian, crying obsidian, leather, string again, fire charges, those things, blackstone, iron nuggets, which who cares, nether bricks, which we wound up using, ender pearls occasionally, and then just assorted one-shot stuff that doesn't stack at all, so I don't even try. With the nether brick, we were able to go over here in a few different ways, a few different times, build a, because it's a fortress, build a place for, specifically for spookies to happen, really. And you can see we've done stuff to it. If for some reason this is the first episode you're seeing, we tried a lot. There's wither roses in there now, potentially killing off everything that's not a spooky, except they live long enough to fire fireballs at them and break it. And here's another pyramid, by the way. So that's how we get skulls and stuff, in theory, at least. Go down here. Yeah, this was. For a while we had a kind of a corridor we could run back and forth and swat spooky. It didn't work as well as I'd hoped. It used to work better. There's a spooky, so that's how that happens. Hi. And he dies, and the soul sand is on hoppers, so we get things, including skulls. A bunch of coal in here. That, by the way, has purpose. So, before I do... Well, now let's just do this. If I go up here, there's an end, which sometimes has a dragon in it. We killed that and brought it back and killed it. Made a platform under and around this so we can just take this obsidian. We also leveled a couple of these towers to get lava. That was how we did the creeper thing. So there's one that you got some of. That one I leveled. This one you over-leveled. You actually went down in the end.
Well, it wasn't even with the ground. So
yeah, no, it's fine. I don't care. I'm just saying it happened. Pyramid for reasons. I mean, this one is just swatting strength. Down here we have a place to build a wither. So sand and then skulls in front, and it stands up and gets caught in the bedrock and can't hurt us. It can, however, hurt snowmen, which we lost one. So we have a system here. No, we do. We have a system here. If you take out snow blocks and set them 1, 2, this dispenser throws a head on it. It becomes a snowman and drops down. That dispenser clicks it with shears to get the head back, and you can just throw that back in the system sometime. And then if there's a wither in there, you have hundreds of snowmen around it. It's just hitting them endlessly with skulls, and you get wither roses, which we then put back into the nether. And so this is a pool we made so we can stand here and swat endermen who can't otherwise bother us. Out here, I guess I could just... Where is one? That's not right. Here we have the means to go teleport a kilometer out to the edge, if I can get in there correctly. Can't. Wait, I almost had it, and I hit the wrong button. Oh, I'm not. I can't because it seems obvious suddenly. Why is this a hassle in creative mode? Teleports you to over here where I can get back sometime, but also there's end cities around. I don't know if there's one nearly close by.
Not so much.
I think we had to go. There's
far.
one. No, I see one. So there, you go over there. We've obviously been there because there's water all over it. Get wings, which I have from the boat. Kills shulkers, have those. Goody.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was invisible before because...
Yeah, I didn't have the render distance up high enough to just see it, so now I do. I'm just basically, I don't know what the hell my GPU is at right now. I'm guessing hot. Back through gets us to here, where we can go back to the middle here. And that's basically the entirety of the end as far as it matters. There's nothing particularly else in here to talk about. It's raining. You could go to bed if you want.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
Going back to the nether for a sec to finish talking about a couple of things. We, over here, we built out around a few, there were some islands we had to get for one of the advancements. Down here is, we're over time, but whatever. Down here is, eventually, here's this biome, which kind of, you can get a ghast in there, which isn't the best news. This is just a basic nether biome, just the original one. And up here, we have a platform for anything to spawn, but it's pretty much pigmen. You get the occasional piglin, but man, there's a turtle egg in there since we have those now. They run to that to get it. They don't make it there. They think the trapdoors are a floor they can walk on because they're wrong, and then we point and laugh that they're wrong. They fall down here almost to their death. We had to build this. We had to build it up later because I forgot. I thought they fell farther. They don't. Swap them, which I can do, just to do it. There, they die, and their stuff goes into the hoppers, into this network of it goes somewhere. Depending what it is, this sorting system decides that it's gold, which you do get basic gold from that, so that's better than our village was. Ingots, which we can take out, and there's like a MakerBot thing there. We can just assemble it into gold. Meat, which, is probably getting full. Oh, and of course we occasionally get riders, so we have to account for chicken and feathers. If it's a sword, it's none of those things, so because these are just sorting for feathers and whatever. Sword goes this way around to a blast furnace, which we have coal from the swatting spookies. This, when you get a sword, it goes in here and cooks and goes down, and the output is nuggets, which we can take out and compile into ingots if we want. Leaving here, we go back through this. I need a cough drop. There's our village, which produces gold, but not as much. Way over somewhere. I think it's this way. There's a few, yeah, there's like this little biome thing. That was one of the 12-ish things we had to find. I think if I go this way far enough and don't outpace my RTX 3080, you'd think it might keep up just a smidge. Eventually this gets to, what?
24 frames per second.
Could be partly that you're out there keeping the overworld existing, and that's
I
really
was
where all of that.
looking at the village, so.
Yeah, that would do it. Eventually this goes somewhere, I promise. I've seen it happen. Gets me the hell over here somewhere. There it is. Then we turn, because we knew we looked up where these things were. It was a list. It wasn't really even cheating. It was just like, here, if you need to know what's in here, go ahead and find out. It was also telling you how to get kelp from like mixing the seagrass stuff. You can just hit with clippers. Come on. But it's way the hell down here somewhere. Uh-huh. Bloody hell. Alright, just go. It's down. How? It's never. I can fly here in less time than I'm doing this right now. It's weird. Another. Oh, that's not a biome. It's just a loading element. Here's a bastion. We never really. Have I looked in here before? I'm not sure I have. I suddenly wonder, can I have just, I don't care that. Where's a piglin? Is it relevant that I get it from here? Maybe that's how you get that cheeve. I don't know.
No, because you tried this too.
I did?
Yeah.
Never mind then. Anyway, here we were able to get your little catfish guys. We made a lava, there it is. We found one, he's still in there. Made a lava pool for him to live in, and apparently that worked, because he's still right there. And we were able to ride on him and get that achievement. Flying back, I might pause this just to get back to the village. Hang on, you have to see, it's raining in the nether because I outpaced something. It's coming, it'll be here. Ludens. Somewhere in front of me is, hang on. Back to, well, past this biome. Back to, the village and everything at roughly, 0 by 0, which is easy to find. If I go this way, let's see, if I go this way, we get to a mansion. Although, on this end, we get to, oh, I can't just go in, yeah, I can, hang on. Oh, that's not what I want. This way is, we built this to spawn ghasts. There's a turtle egg there to get these guys out of our damn way. Ghast will occasionally spawn in here. We had, you can tell, a big portal that the ghast could be pulled through, pushed through, whatever it took. And when it went through, it went to the mansion here, which is probably still on fire. And that might be some of the this was not the best plan. Turned out it came out and got stuck in the floor. It was really hard to kill and get what you want out of it, but mansion that's on fire, so you can see more of it, I guess. Because the gas started a fire for us, and now it looks like this, and we're not putting this out. It's not our fault. Someone else can clean this up, but there was a mansion here. It's still on fire. And then this way a bit, I could probably go back in the nether to cut time, but there's that savanna biome with the tree in it. That we didn't, but we got the saplings for it from a trader, so we don't need it. Down this way we found a monument somewhere. Yep. Just loading the map. Just doing that forever. Here's how we get here. And then we get here-ish for a while. Oh, man. What is my frame rate? Do I have anything? No, my frame rate's fine. I'm at like almost 60, but...
Yeah,
it's
the
just
frame
so
rate
much
isn't
loading.
Always,
You said yours was like 24, so...
Yeah, at the time, because I was looking at the village, because the village...
On that topic. This was a monument. We went through and killed the stuff in the monument. There were 4 Elder Guardians. That was a bit of a surprise.
And no sponges.
And no sponges. So one way or another, we somehow got the water out of the damn thing. And once that was done, we just basically repurposed some of the monument into a lower slab platform to catch the rest of it. Built a way home here. That's also how we got the villagers here, because once we had it leveled, we built a village above it to produce iron guys to fall down through this hole into a bunch of monster fish, and they all kill each other, and their stuff goes into one of these hoppers, any of these hoppers, which all end up ultimately over through here, and this has probably got stuff in it, because we leave, and that was the end of it, wasn't it? Oh, no, it wasn't. It's weird. So anyway, and then it goes into yet another sorting system. It's so weird that we have lag. Sorting system that thinks it might be iron, or roses, or prismarine shards, or prismarine crystals, or fish. Ink, because we get a lot of squids in there. I wasn't expecting that. Or junk, and junk is just anything that's not accounted for, and therefore it could be... they're still draining. Cooked. The reason we have cooked fish, mostly, is that we have some iron, some tool guys in here who want iron. But mostly it's all fishermen who want, in the beginning, might want might want raw fish to give you cooked fish for money, which is kind of not the plan if you want to make money. Once they're opened up, you can give them raw fish, and then they're happy with that, and it's great. Can I, in spectator mode, teleport back, or am I going to wind up finally leaving the map? I don't know. I haven't tried it. Let's find out. If I teleport back, then I'll be there. I teleported. There's the ice tray. So, am I falling? I can't tell.
I don't think so, because you're sort of there.
Now I am. So what else do we have to talk about? Oh, I landed on you. That was neat. I think I got all of that. Did I mention that? Oh, no, I can mention it again. I got all of that, I think.
Yeah.
And that was easy. So, that leaves talking about when we got the turtles. We got the eggs back here and built this thing, which spectator would probably be better. Has turtles in it. We can feed them grass and then kill them and get the grass back, and it's kind of cool. Beneath them, theoretically, is a minecart. There it is. And it picks up grass and eggs, which, if you break them before they hatch, you get those. And this is really tight. Okay, look, give me creative mode back. So this is, yeah, and we get scoots and whatever. Oh, and then we did this. Oh, that's a fishery after these aren't any good anymore, because, 115, a while back, they changed it to nerf things. You can't really get good stuff out of them anymore. You can't get like that. But you can still get basic, whatever you're looking for, as long as it's not like a really good book or a fishing rod that's worth having or whatever. Otherwise, you can get stuff. We bought this stuff from traders, so we were able to make a lava replicator. You basically just hit this with a bucket. It'll grow back as it drips in. We had enough of these just dripping down like this eventually because 4 of these you can't actually get up there, can you? Anymore. The 4, stalactites or whatever, make one of these, which then you stick a 5th one onto the bottom, and it grows down, and you can just do that until you don't have a map left because it's so damn full. That's a sheep. You've heard of those. And that's clippers, and the sheep, I think right now is white. Seems like it. Yeah. So when it eats the grass, it gets fur, whatever. But also it tells this observer that the state of the grass has changed, and it is wired to tell the clippers in the dispenser to clip the thing, and it goes straight down, and we get it. There's something. Oh, Chickinator is simple enough. You get some chickens. You get eggs enough to have a chicken, which we did over here with this guy. He is still just occasionally laying eggs, by the way. Took the eggs over here to once we had this thing built, and we had some chicken and feathers from the monster dropper thing. So chicken, But it never did a damn thing with this. It's getting halfway full. Villagers buy this stuff, the feathers even now, so. They exist, lay eggs. The eggs go around, up a tower, around. Sorting system says it's neither feathers nor chickens, so therefore eggs end up in here. And, you're about to hear it. You just didn't see it happen. When the egg goes past this dropper, it tells the observer line to tell this to fire whatever's in there, which is usually an egg. And the egg hatches. And when they hit 20, there's going to be 24 of them in there now, I think, although I'm not sure if the kids count. When you have 25 adults for sure, they can't all be in there, so one crushes another and you get chicken and feathers because they die. And I think that's it. I think that's everything we have to talk about, really.
The house.
Yeah, I don't need to be in any mode for that. The house is simply that we get a whole bunch of stuff. And, the honey thing. The honey thing is relatively obvious. We got a bee. We got a few bees. We had to make it happen, but I mean, we put down trees and they grew on the side. Bees live in there. They come out and look at a rose and go back in and add honey to their thing. These observers these observers, note that the honey hive thing changes states, flash. It's really kind of crude. You can just activate it and make it happen, I suppose. But the point is that ejects. It sends out. There's dispensers somewhere behind the hives, which throw an empty bottle at the hive, and would slurp it right back in with honey. But since there's since there's empty bottles all in these things, it doesn't have time. It can't be pulled back in before it's replaced by it. So it just drops it forward. In fact, which because this is cultivated, goes through the dirt into the hoppers into over here, and a redstone tower for a change. That goes up here. If the sorting system decides that it's found a bottle, it goes this way and back to replenish empty bottles. If it's honey, it goes down here and waits for us to do something about it. And if it's neither, in this case, it's probably these, because it's just kind of where we've been stashing, so we get a bunch. What was the other thing? The house, or is there anything else?
The house. I was just noticing our original cobblestone generator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Way back when.
It's just still there. The house was your idea. Well, I mean, making a house was probably something we're supposed to do.
You decided that we were going to build a house, and I decided that it was going to look like 2 storage containers. Yeah,
which it kind of had an image that you got me, which make it look like this. So we kind of did. So that's all dripstone blocks from the stalactites. Which up here is a couple of beds, which we don't use much, but they are here. Lights, and that's, I think it's just dark. I don't think it's like light blocking glass, it's just black.
I think it's, black stained.
And then you wanted, was blue or green or something, you wanted these, and
it was light blue because it looked more glass-like than the clear stuff.
Yeah. And then this is just kind of space. We have some stuff bone blocks. Rockets we go through a lot, so we have that handy. We have yet more blocks of iron, so we have them. And then some golden carrots, which apparently you're not using much. And then if you go down...
I still had food.
And incidentally, you did all this. You added paths. And,
I thought it would look more like there was something above it.
Under a trailer or storage container. Yeah, it works. I like it. Down here we get to a storage center, which is just everything. Various blocks that we've been saving up, so we have all of these. Random droppers and dispensers and some ivy. Extra boxes, extra hoppers. That's actually just meant to be extra item frames. I just thought it was funny, really. Signs and wood and sticks and whatever.
How deep can you go with item frames?
I don't know. No, that's it. You wouldn't be able to add anything. Torches we don't really use much anymore, but we have those. End rods I like. Lanterns in there. These I really like, so we have those. Some glass panes left over from doing stuff. A lot of glass from needing glass for everything. A bunch of crystal, or quartz. Redstone is always good. Some slime. Oh, I didn't mention the slime thing. Okay, mushrooms and dirt and we're dirt doubling because the piglin is in the nether is giving us gravel, so we can do that. Stuff, you can see what it is. That's dark tinted glass, so that's light blocking stuff. Here's some crystal from the geode. All sorts of, well, not really, but it could be all sorts of white, wool, but we haven't really bothered. And I think, because then we have some of these that don't have anything, and we over-planned it, and we could fill it all up with just stuff, but we're done, so we're not going to. Let's get up the go up the, it's like a little catchy on the sides that bothers me.
You have...
What was I, oh, the slime thing is over here. Sometimes produces slimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot. This is all, oh, that's not, how is it not all full of slime? Did you empty it?
I've been emptying it
Oh, I didn't
and
know
making blocks. I don't think you're in any sort of
Oh,
mode.
damn it to hell. It's a good thing I didn't die. I forgot I wasn't in creative anymore. See, this is why you never cheat, because you get used to it, and then where are you?
Yeah, I've been making slime blocks and putting them in the storage facility.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Also, we have that. The spider.
That cage over there is how we got the...
That was for shooting something
Sniper
from 50
duel.
meters, and
Yeah.
it never. I just wound up shooting from back here. I just shot through the little slab-sized. Don't bother me. I'm just walking past. Don't look at me. They can though. They can see through stuff. They're not. Yeah, that little thing. I managed from 50 meters away to hit an armored skeleton with an arrow and kill it, and got the chief for that, the achievement. Right, so, and this is where we used to stand to get string falling out of the sky. I covered that earlier. This, I guess, to mention it, and water lifts, you put down, soul sand and kelp to make it all source blocks, and then it bubbles you up. These are pyramids. This is our stupid enchanting table no one ever wanted, but we have it because it was one of the things we had to do, and we've got goodies in here to play with it. This actually produces, this stuff, the basalt. Yeah. You bang on it, and that makes room for the piston here to push out more. It's just, a basalt, which we had, and lava, and, I think that's actually blue ice, really dark, the really 81 blocks of ice to make it, because it's completely melt-proofed.
Yeah, where did it go?
What?
The ice.
It's in there, as you can't tell, because of the, glass blocking it. This is all the actual don't let stuff spawn. I don't know why I did that. Don't let stuff spawn glass, the tinted glass. So it's in there, but you can't see it. It would work if I banged on something. I think that's it. I think yeah, a couple of trees that we never even bothered cutting down because they were just needless by that point. I think we're done here. Yeah, slime spawn and fall down here once they do and get crushed against the cacti. And give us their stuff, which apparently you've been clearing out. I didn't know that. I thought it was just sort of full.
No, I noticed that it was sort of full, and I started... there was a spot for it in the house, and...
There's one. So yeah, that is how it all happened. For like 4.5 months or whatever we've been doing this. After starting from right, just exactly here. There used to be a box there. And I had to let you in because, multiplayer. So, as the moon sets or the sun rises, pick one. We are done playing this, apparently. So, yeah, it's been fun mostly. It's alright. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna split for the last time. Probably. I mean, I'll keep the file. If it seems like 119 or 127 or whatever the hell gives us a reason to come back, maybe we will, but otherwise we're done being here. So we'll get out of here, and when we see you next time, it'll be in a whole different place doing something else sometime. So see you whenever that happens to be. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say the like and subscribe thing.
No.
Okay. Later.